the real estate basic knowledge to get you going in your real estate investment journey. Sometimes we overcomplicate it, or we think that it's a lot harder than what it is or should be. It can come down to some very basic, simple concepts to actually get you started and get you going in that journey. And the very first thing is all about knowledge and acquiring that knowledge to be able to give you the confidence to move forward, and the confidence to actually get you started more than anything. Because I think what we do is we sometimes, with this overcomplication, we tend to just hold back or procrastinate on making that first step. If real estate is something that you have been considering or have wanted to do for a long time now, what is the cost of putting that off and keep putting that off, when it could be just some simple strategies to actually start you going or get you moving on your journey? And the big thing for me to get me going on my journey, and the big thing for you to get you going on your journey, is simply picking up a phone or looking on the internet and finding some coaches and mentors that can actually help you and guide you through that process. You can find coaches that specialize or that have already been very, very successful in doing that and completing a real estate, or currently doing a real estate journey. And I know for me that was really important in the process of getting me going. I think coaches and mentors, sometimes they won't give you or provide you the answers to everything. However, what they do is give you the inspiration to go and find and seek those answers yourself. And I know that was really helpful for me in those early days. And even I continue having coaches and mentors and mastermind experiences in my life to acquire that real estate basic knowledge that's necessary to get going and get started. So things like books and training seminars and workshops are all invaluable ways of being able to gather that knowledge, gather that data. And it's funny, you know, we like I said, we overcomplicate it. We've been gathering data and information our whole lives through our schooling, through college degrees. Some of us have college degrees, some of us do not, but we've been gathering for our professions, for our trades, for our businesses. We've been gathering data and gathering information to get us going. And it's very simply, for real estate, it's a very simple process of starting to do that as well. Another great source of basic knowledge would be to go to the internet. I know there's some brilliant websites, especially here in America. I'm an Australian resident, but investing here in America. And some of the internet websites that have been invaluable for me are Zillow, Trulia, and also Google Maps is also a brilliant source. So if I'm sort of sitting at home in Australia, thousands of miles away, and you know, my property manager and my field partner find properties and they send them through to me, it's a simple process of just getting onto Trulia or getting onto Zillow or getting onto the internet, actually just putting in the address into the URL, and it's just interesting and amazing, really, the data that actually comes back and the amount of research that you can do just simply sitting at the internet. And if you're an out of neighborhood, out of state, out of country investor, the internet is an incredible source for you to be able to continue your real estate journey and, you know, get that real estate basic knowledge that you're after. So Trulia and Zillow, just as a simple exercise, why don't you just go into the URL, just put in your own home address and just see what data comes up, see what gets presented to you. You will find things like estimates, comparables, you know, even what it previously sold for. You will also find out data like what other houses within, or what other properties within that neighbourhood are actually for sale, what has been sold and when. So for comparables, it's really invaluable data. However, Saying that, use it as an estimate and always be very, very cautious and careful as to the information or the data that you do use, especially when it comes to making certain decisions based on that data. But it's just a great guide, and especially Google Maps. If you go in, put the address in, call up Google Maps, you can really get a gauge of exactly what's going on in that street, in that neighbourhood. Who are the neighbours, what are the neighbours, and what does the property look like from an external perspective. What's and even the square footage and locality to maybe industrial sites and maybe infrastructure that's in the immediate vicinity of that property. So Google Maps is a great resource. I do a lot of my research using the internet, putting in the address and finding out what comes back. So a very incredible tool for you to use. I think the other thing too for the real estate basic knowledge that you're after, networking again is invaluable. When I visit America here, and you would have the REIA groups, I have and attend REIA group meetings here, spelt REIA, and if you're out of country and you come to visit America, just phone up and find out, or just Google search where is the local REIA meeting being held, and just go along. I think for me here, it's like once every month they will have one of those meetings, and very powerful. You get a lot of local information, a lot of local knowledge. You also get information from local realtors. What's interesting is you will find that they will bombard you with transactions and deals, especially the realtors. So you have to be very cautious about that, because they obviously want to promote and push their own product. But you get information from contractors, you get all these great connections, and you also get private investors that are there wanting to see what deals and transactions are happening. You'll also get joint ventures, partnerships happening, and also workshops and seminars that they put on independently, locally, and they can take you around to different neighbourhoods to see what's on offer and what's happening. They also expose you to a lot of different real estate strategies as well, whether it come in the acquisition of those properties, or in the remarketing of those properties. So it's really good, and also they can also really keep you up to date on what are the new resources being used when it comes to rehabbing properties as well. So a great source is your local networking that you're doing, and making those connections, going to those local meetings. Another thing is local business groups. I acquire a lot of my economic data and my business information from a local business group, and I subscribe to them, and they actually do a little 10-minute video every day, and that gets emailed to me, so it prompts me to then go in and watch and see what's happening, and keeps me very much up to date with all the local economic data, I think, which is crucial to what's going on, especially when you're building a property portfolio locally. You can really see what's happening, whether there are any new businesses coming to the neighbourhood or to the area, and therefore jobs being created, and therefore demand for housing being created as well. So again, just subscribe, just see what local business groups are out there that you can subscribe to, and then they can provide you with the information needed to help you to be more confident and gather that real estate basic knowledge that you're after. Another great resource is your county council websites, and so you can simply go into a county council website, you can do a property search or an owner search, but if you have the address of that property, you can plug in the name of that property or the address, and again, tax information comes up. So for those in Australia or in the UK, it's your local rates, rate payments yearly, or here in America, it's your local taxes. And so you can immediately find out what that property is going to cost you in taxes by simply doing a search there. You can also find out what it previously sold for, great data, real-time data, and the valuations of those properties as well. So another incredible resource for your gathering of some basic knowledge. Another great resource is your realtor, and with your realtor comes what's called an MLS, which is a multiple listing service. That's the national listing service of properties here in America. And so on that listing, you can get all of the properties that are available and all the incredible data, and data that's not really available to you, but only available through subscription. And so your local realtor will have access to that. And you can contact them and you can ask them, can you give me some comparables of sales, some comps in the area on a particular street name or a particular block? And they can go ahead and they can do it within a certain radius and bring back so much detailed, incredible data that you can really base a lot of decision making on. So again, another valuable resource. So let's use just some of them, and all of these are pretty much free. It's just a matter of you taking those first steps, like I did all those years ago, to build towards an international real estate portfolio. And if you are starting out, don't let it be so daunting. I mean, you can start in your own backyard, and that's what I always recommend doing. I started in my own backyard in Australia, and now I stretch across to the ocean here in America, and love what I do. And I love the freedom and choice that a real estate portfolio gives you, all the benefits with that as well. So just get started. Go and find a book, pick up a phone. Pick up a phone and phone someone and find someone that's actually doing what you do. Go to the internet, find coaches, find mentors, find training, find programs. I am available as a coach, Buying USA Real Estate Coach, and I've got a new training package that's just come out, and you're going to find that at realestateinvestinginusa.com, realestateinvestinginusa.com. Which is an incredible training package that I've put together based on the 15 years of USA real estate experience I've had building a portfolio while sitting in Australia, based in Australia, and building it here in America, and the tools and resources that I have utilized to make that happen. As you can imagine, thousands of miles away, you need a great team and you need some great resources to make that happen. So that's my share for you here today. Go and check that out. The other thing is, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and any further updates, you will get them ASAP in your notifications. Over and out here, Trish, Davies International.com. Over and out, everyone. Bye.